Hello, Mr. Quick, and welcome to The Fresh Prince of Scala Air. This is my Unit 1 anatomy project about body regions and the medical terminology. Starting with body planes and directional terms, we have ventral, or the front side. We have the mid-sagittal, or the midline of the body. We have parasagittal, which is just to the left or right of the midline. We have transverse, the horizontal midline. Oblique is the diagonal. Continuing, we have directional terms. Superior or cranial is above. Inferior or caudal is below. Medial towards midline. Lateral away from midline. We have intermediate, which is between medial and lateral. We also have proximal, which is towards the point of origin, and distal, away from the point of origin. Superficial is on the skin. Deep is beneath the skin. Now we have the body regions. We have the right hypochondriac, the epigastric, the left hypochondriac, the right lumbar, the umbilical, the left lumbar. We have the right iliac, the hypogastric, and the left iliac. Now, moving on to medical terminology, we have the cephalic, or the head. We have the frontal, or the forehead. Orbital, eyes. Nasal, nose. Buccal, cheeks. Oral, mouth. Mental, chin. Cervical, neck. What a beautiful man. Moving on, we have the acromial, or the shoulder. We have the axillary, or the armpit. We have the brachial, the arm in total. We have the antecubital, which is the anterior elbow. We have the olecranial, which is the posterior elbow. Antebrachial, which is the forearm. We have the carpal, which is the wrist. We also have the palmar, which is the palm. The pollex, which is the thumb. And the digital, which are the fingers and toes. Moving on, we have the sternal, or the chest plate, the chest bone plate, sorry. We have the thoracic, which is the chest. We have the mammary, which are the breasts. We have the patellar, which is the kneecap, or the anterior knee. We have the crural, which is the leg. We have the femoral, which is the thigh. We also have on the dorsal side, or the back side, we have the popliteal, which is the posterior knee. We have the sural, which is the calf. We have the tarsal, which is the ankle. We have the sacral, which is between the hips. And we have the calcaneal, which is the heel. We then have the occipital, base of the skull. We have the vertebral, which is the spine. And we have the scapular, which is the shoulder blades. We then have the dorsum, which is the back, as well as the lumbar, which is the lower back, or the loins. And finally, we have the plantar, which is the sole of the foot, and the hallux, which is the big toe. Thank you for watching.